Hey, what is up everyone? Welcome back to another review, and today I'm taking a look at another high-grade Build Divers Re-Rise kit, and of course, this right here is the Justice Knight. And I have to say, so far for a Build Diver series, or even a build series in general, these kits are blowing my mind entirely. Gone! With the last line of Build Divers kits, they were all a bit wishy-washy, not great, a bit meh. A lot of them worse than meh. But so far, we're 2 for 2 awesome kits right here. The Earth 3 awesome, and this right here also awesome. But anyway, once again, this video right here would not be possible without those absolutely awesome people over at Hobby Link Japan. So if you do want one of your own, there's a link down there, down in the description. So first off, we're going to take a quick look at the box. There is the box art, and I have to say, this is one awesome idea right here for a mobile suit. A night-themed mobile suit is awesome. Definitely when I saw this design first, I was like, I'm not sure how they'd pull it off, but I can tell you already, they did an awesome job. Anyway, onto the side of the box. And on the first side of the box, we've got a whole load of information on what comes in here. The weapons, equipment, etc. So that, of course, is the Rente Shot Lancer, the Gallatin Longsword, Circle Shield, and of course that mantle-like Nightwing on the back, which is all pretty cool. We also get a little bit of an ad there for the V2 weapons, which are also available, sold separately. On here, we've got an image of the front and rear of the kit, what it will look like once it's finished with some panel lining. We've got some information on the mobile suit itself. I'll throw that up on the screen so you can read it at your own leisure. And as for the price of this kit, it's no longer written on the side of the box anymore, so I'll just pop it up right here so you can see. But anyway, that is enough about the box. It's what's on the inside that counts, and let's check out the Justice Knight itself. Anyway, that is what the Justice Knight looks like fully loaded, but we're going to take off all those accessories and take a look at those later. First off, we're just going to take a a look at the mobile suit itself. So off with everything. Anyway, that right there is what the Justice Knight looks like out of the box, snapped together with a little bit of panel lining and some of the stickers. And all in all, I have to say, I am incredibly impressed by this thing right here. So first off, there's a quick look at what the kit looks like from the front, because I'm going to throw the mantle on because it doesn't look right without that mantle. But anyway, that's it without it. And that right there is what it looks like from the back. So it does look a little bit plain without it, so I am going to slap it on, but I'll show you those little thrusters first. So anyway, that's what it looks like without the mantle attached. So it does have those two thrusters there that can move down. Can move down just like that there. So they can move up and down. They lock in like so when the mantle is attached. But anyway, bam! There it is, attached on. So first off, starting with a quick spin of this kit, and I have to say, I'm absolutely blown away by the aesthetics here. The colors, fantastic. The build of this thing is incredible. Solid as a rock, it's a fun build, and they've done a whole lot of smart things internally with this thing. As for the kit this is built on, it says inside of the instructions that it's built on the high-grade Infinite Justice. And all I can say is, according to the runners, as you can see right here, this is not based on any Infinite Justice we know. This is apparently based on a 2019 variant of the Infinite Justice, which does not exist. And funnily enough, it does mention that in the instructions. It actually has a little disclaimer here in the instructions saying the figures are based on models from the story, because this particular Infinite Justice does not exist just yet, but if it does, I'm telling you, it is going to be awesome. But anyway, as for the amount of this kit that is Infinite Justice, and for the amount of this kit which is Justice Knight parts, I actually don't know, because I've such a big pile of runners lying out in the other room, because I built so many model kits in the one day yesterday that I don't know which is which anymore, honestly. So while I was building this kit right here, a whole lot of things stood out to me for absolutely good, fantastic, awesome reasons. And besides the fact that this build is, look at this, wiggle test on this guy right here. So far these kits are so good. But the other thing is, the colors on this are outstandingly impressive. These little chartreuse sections here on the chest, which once again are leftovers from the Justice Gundam, just not in this particular color. Actually, I should say Infinite Justice. But these are a big, solid part that run through that entire section. It's not just a little strip stuck on. So the color separation on this is awesome and smart. Also, the white on this guy is a very nice semi-gloss. Sure, the gold here is that metallic injection gold. A lot of people don't like that, but here it isn't so bad. It's definitely better than plating, not quite as good as painting. But with this general color scheme, it does look well. It's not too overkill. The purple on this is a fantastic shade as well. It goes so well with that chartreuse, and the plastic is awesome quality. I don't do any cleanup whatsoever on my kits because I want the nubs to show in the reviews if they are there. And you cannot. I guarantee you cannot spot a single nub on this bad boy right here. This is that awesome soft buttery plastic that once you cut through it, it leaves next to no marks ever. Such a good kit. On top of that, we've got a very nice kind of milky coffee brown, looking very nice. and a bit of a warm toned grey in here. All of these colors are mixed perfectly. These could be basic normal colors, but they're not. these are premium feeling. And just to really blast off against all of that is that crazy red round back. All in all, this looks fantastic. Some people may not be a fan of the metallic injection gold on here, but on the whole, this thing is hard to fault. It is absolutely beautiful. As for the sticker sheet in here, this is all we get, and this is not bad. For the most part, it's just the eyes. Those are fairly standard. These are on every Gundam kit. That's what they look like right there. As for these little green guys right here, once again, that is standard for any kit. That is the head cameras. But as for 4, 5, 6, and 7, there is 2 sets of 6 and 7 on there. Those are for on the chest as well as on the sides of the legs here. These aren't color separated out black parts. These are stickers. The stickers look fine. You could panel line that as well, and it's an easy thing to paint. But besides that, color accuracy is top notch. Also, I cannot say enough just how badass that face design is. It's like your standard Gundam face, just eviler, pointier with that kind of Knight-style face or mouth guard. That looks so awesome. I'm sure someone's going to chrome out one of these full Knight style, and I can't wait to see it. So now moving on to the accessories, and there's the Gundam Justice Knight with absolutely everything that it comes with. So before I actually mention each thing one by one as I usually do, I'm going to mention that one of these is absolute ass. Really bad, really crap, and see if you can guess which one it is before I actually say which one it is. So one of these accessories in here sucks absolute booty. Guess which one? So anyway, going through them all, first off we've got the round shield, the Gallatin Longsword, the Raite Shot Lancer, 2 different types of backpack adapters, and believe it or not, this is a high grade that comes with a base adapter. Strange. So first off, we're going to start with the absolute worst one, the one that sucks total booty, and if you guessed the Gallatin Longsword, you would have been absolutely right. So anyway, this is what it looks like inside the sheath. So far, so good. The scabbard there is in that nice kind of very light coffee brown, looks nice, and we also have that same sort of metallic gold injection on it as well. So the scabbard itself is fine, it's just pretty much basic high-grade stuff, but look at this sword, look at that. That looks like something right out of an SD from 2002. This looks terrible, look at it. The blade is flat, it's all in white, there's loads of hollow parts, it just, ugh. Looks nasty. Right there is an example of what it should look like, so they should be color separated into white, gold, and silver. And just look at that absolute butt nugget. That is not cool. So anyway, that's what it looks like held in the hand. It's short, it's wonky, it's all white, it's not cool, and it can be scabbarded away just like that. And of course, when it's not in use, that scabbard can be attached onto the side-skirting armor like so, and gladly I can say this is the worst aspect about the kit completely. Never take that out of there. So anyway, next up then is the Raite Shot Lancer. This doesn't really do anything, it does look quite nice though. The top of it is not pointy like it is in the show, of course. You know, it's kind of a Gunpla for kids. For some reason, unlike War Greymon here, look at this! That'll take your eye completely out. I know I came a little bit too close to it, to be honest. That is sharp. I honestly don't know why they ended it with this kind of soft little nubbin thing here. Probably the same reason they have those little safety nubs up on the V-fins of these guys, but I promptly remove them every time. But anyway, this does look good. The surface detailing is fantastic. I have not panel lined this, but it has a lot of panel lining opportunities. It doesn't necessarily do anything itself. It looks nice in that warm gray. It does look like a bit of a cool gray there in the camera, I noticed. But this is a warm gray. This, of course, can be held in the hand and can be a little bit on the awkward side sometimes because it can come into conflict with the mantle back here. When you're trying to pose it, it can kind of clash with that sometimes, but on the whole, no real issues there, and it does look very nice. You may have noticed a little bit of a hole in the top of this, but I'll talk about that in a little bit. But for now, we're going to check out the round shield. So this is just a handle as well as a peg on the back. Both of these can be tucked away when not in use. Pop that in here like so. You can pop this one up here, down here like so, and I think that is pretty cool right there. That means you can keep them attached to the shield when you're not using them, and I like that. It's better than having to go back to the box to find them later on if you want to use them, so that right there is an awesome thought. So in order to attach this, you need to pop off the back of the hands. I will mention at this point there is no alternate hands in this particular kit. I'm going to guess like with the other Build Divers, Build Fighters kits that you're going to have to buy the hand kit separately if you want some expressive hands. I also realized I forgot to put the back on it, but you get the idea. So while I've detached this in order to put the shield on right, I will mention that there is a circular handle here with this square end on it. So that what that means is when it's like loose like this, it can rotate side to side, but then you can push the square into the hand to keep it from rotating. So once the square section's in like that, this won't rotate side to side. Once again, a very smart idea right there. Bandai are doing some smart, simple little things with this kit. Anyway, that right there is what it looks like with the round shield attached. We do have this little fin segment here that can flip forward and back like so. And like I mentioned, there is a little hole on this. Let's find out why. So anyway, first off, stealing the mantle off the back of this guy. This does have some articulation. It can pop out like this. These parts can swing up like so on his back, but that's not important for what we're going to do right now. Back in with those. So once again, we store away the handle as well as this little peg segment. This peg right here attaches into this little hole like so. And then this little peg up here attaches into that hole we saw in the back of the Shot Lancer. And we get this right here. And this right here is a support machine known as the Nightwing. So that right there is pretty awesome. So lastly in here, we've got a pair of backpack adapters. This one right here is for the attachment points on the back of the Night Lancer to something which has the standard Gunpla backpack adapter, which is 2 3mm pegs. And we've got this one right here, which is 2mm pegs to the attachment point we have on the back of this guy's mantle. So for example, on with this adapter like so, and then we can pop on something like this right here. Come on, get in there. And then popping on this right here, which of course is the HWS unit for some serious, heavy Dainsleif artillery. Of course, this right here is from the HWS and SV custom weapon set that's also available from HobbyLink Japan, and I'll throw a link down there in the description just in case you're interested in that right there. And also, while keeping a bit on the theme of the original Build Divers, just throw them around like that, you'll notice that the 00 Sky does have that standard 2 3mm hole backpack kind of thing. Pop this on like so, and that means we can use it with the Justice Knight's mantle. So that'll just pop on just like that right there. Got a bit of a Superman vibe with those colors. Also, that can pop up just like so. So that right there is what that looks like attached. So the last thing then we've got in here is this, which is a backpack adapter. And this is the first time I've ever seen one of these come with a high grade kit. So that means that in here, the Justice doesn't have the normal 3mm hole in its butt. What you actually need to do is pop this on just like that, and there's your hole. So only with this attached is it ready to pop onto an action base, just like that, right there. So now moving on to the articulation, and once again, this is based on a kit that doesn't exist yet, but I hope it will, because the build of this, like I mentioned already, is off the charts awesome, and so is the articulation. Now, as always, from the head down. So of course you can't start with the articulation without checking out that giggity goo. Oh, there it is. A little stiff to start off, but that is a solid giggity right there. So of course this is a double jointed neck, so that means you can look all the way down like so, all the way up like that. So it is a little bit blocked by this little rim around the back of the head. There it is, side to side, not bad at all. And of course that can rotate all the way around 360. So next up, the shoulder on this is awesome. I will mention that this is a no polycap build. Yes, for a high grade, it's a no polycap build. That is crazy. Even the shoulders in here feels like something more from a master grade. So the shoulder joint in here, I'll just pull that out so you can see it, is like that right there. So it's a peg into another peg into this little ball joint here in the shoulder. So there is a lot going on. This is quite nice. So when this is brought forward, that does mean you get a lot of down and up, as well as the movement in the shoulder itself. This is good. Real good. So that means the Justice Knight here can bring the arm all the way forward like that. That always makes me very, very, very happy. This is a kit right here that would be able to fold its arms, except it's got that massive pointy cockpit blocking all of that, but still impressive articulation at the shoulders. And speaking of which, I'm not even finished talking about it. Look at that. You've got your ball joint right there. Pretty awesome. Then you have this joint here separate to both that shoulder section in there as well as the armor. So look at that. We've got in, out, up, down, ball joint, separate arm, separate shoulder armor. That is off the charts awesome. But speaking of that shoulder armor, it can move up and down like so. These shoulder sections can move all the way up like that, all the way down like that. Can open up just like so. Impressive again. We've got that full rotating spin punch up there at the upper arm. The bend at the elbow right there. That's nice. There is that wrist in action right there, so just a standard ball joint. You're not going to get too much here at the waist. It's mainly to the back, not much to the front, so mainly to the back. The side to side, however, is absolutely fantastic. We've got it up here, there, and we've got some down in the waist, rocking side to side as well. This is crazy good. As for the front skirting armor, there it is all the way up and down. We've got a little bit of in and out because that's a ball joint, not a whole lot. The side skirting armor here can move up and down very well, and we do have this in and out movement up here inside of the waist unit. That will get that armor right out of the way of the legs, so impressive. And as for the butt flap, as well as being a premium butt flap, it also has a function. Inside here you can see that there is multiple stop points for the legs. So that does mean in here, these can spread out and in, and then lock at 2 different points. So it can lock there for the standard point, and then lock all the way out here for the second point. So of course that means with moving these out, you're going to get the craziest splits ever. Seriously, this is a nice kit. Very nice. Anyway, speaking of the legs, there's the kick all the way up to the front, so can't go wrong with that. We already saw the splits. As for out to the back, you will have to pull out that butt flap to get... Nope, you're not going to get any more, so it is quite limited out to the back. It gets blocked by whatever's going on in here, so it's not going to go back any further than that. So oddly enough, we do not have full rotation at the upper leg here. It's only there to there. That is all. A bit disappointing. As for the knee bend, there it is all the way, so that is a double bend up here and here. So that is very nice. Not too bad at all. The little thrusters in the back of the leg can move up and down like so. Next up then, down at the ankle, there it is all the way down, all the way up. So that is quite good. This armor can move separately. The lower joint down here is both a ball and socket, as well as a polycap that can pivot side to side like so. And the toe can bend down, but not up. But anyway, as usual, let's check out that functional leg movement on the ground. But anyway, there it is all the way to the front with the foot still planted on the ground, all the way to the front. Not bad. Again, could be a lot better. There it is all the way to the back, so once again, quite good, but not perfect. And then finally, there it is side to side, so that is quite good. So as for the articulation on the Gundam Justice Knight, it's pretty damn good. Not quite up there with the likes of the high-grade Destiny Revive. But all in all, there is no faulting this. On the whole, it's awesome, and the build quality is so good. Look, you can shake the hell out of this, and it maintains the pose. That is awesome. So that right there is it for the review, and I have to say, this one right here for me was quite the hard one to rank. And what it came down to in the end was the question, what about this kit right here is not Gundarium tier? So before I actually say what that is, I'll just mention the whole shtick behind the tiers, just in case you're not familiar with it, or have forgotten somehow. Basically, silver tier is baseline for high grade or any grade in particular. That is exactly what I'd expect. Bronze tier means it's not up to par, gold tier means that it's definitely better than standard, and Gundarium tier means that it feels like it's no longer the grade it's meant to be anymore, like it's transcended that grade. So there are without a doubt definitely Gundarium tier elements in this kit. Some of the aspects of the articulation, etc. is fantastic. Some of the designs is great. The fact that there's no polycaps involved in the build whatsoever is definitely a Gundarium tier aspect. However, there's a bunch of parts that isn't, and I realized what that is. It's the parts that make this the Justice Knight, as opposed to the Infinite Justice. So I get the feeling that the Infinite Justice kit is going to be so awesome. Basically, the gold isn't great. The accessories aren't awesome either. They're nice, definitely good, but they're not Gundarium tier level, and definitely that sword is not. So on the whole, this right here is gold tier. Without a doubt an absolutely fantastic high grade, way better than I'd expect from Gundam Build Divers. And all in all, if you're thinking of getting this kit, I would say absolutely go for it. Colors are awesome, articulation is awesome, the accessories are pretty good besides that sword, and all in all, it feels like one premium high grade. But anyway, if you do want one of your own, there's a link down there in the description. You can get yours at Hobby Link Japan. As always, thank you so much for watching. If you leave a like, that would make me very happy. And of course, make sure to come back for more Gunpla reviews. See you next time. Once again, this video right here would not be possible without all of you guys who watch my videos, including those of you who support me on the channel memberships, such as Craig Jerry and NQG420, and over on Patreon, like Kaiser721, Forged Horizons, Vex, Bullwig, Tyler Sanders, and Frank04484. So thanks to each and every one of you guys.